Hey everyone, so we're going to be doing one that I've had requested quite a bit that I haven't seen many, if any, videos for this. And I know a lot of you have said when you've requested this song that you haven't seen this anywhere on YouTube. So we'll get into it today. Cry Freedom, one of the first songs that Dave Matthews wrote way back late 80s, early 90s. Awesome song from the Crash album. Everything I played there was pretty much the entire song. There's really only three main parts to this song for the most part. A couple of little spots where the strumming kind of switches up a little bit that I'll touch on. So anyways, getting into it, we have, we're just going to start out with just a standard A chord. And the way that I always play the A chord, that is a good way for you to start getting used to it, just in case you're still playing it. Like with the way you probably learn how to play it from a guitar teacher or early on. Just try flattening out over the D, the G, and the B strings here on the 2nd fret. It's gonna make life a lot easier for you down the road. So we just gonna start off with that one strum. We're gonna bring our ring finger up here to the E string on the 4th fret. Our forefinger down to the E string on the 2nd fret. And we have a little E minor chord right here. And really that's all, you're only hearing those top 4 strings ring out there. And you're just gonna be there on the 2nd fret on the A and D strings. And on the G string you're gonna be right down here on the 1st fret. Okay, that's just that little intro part right there. And he says, how can I turn away? You're going to start off with that A chord again. You're just going to strum it once. You're going to keep that same form on those, on the D, the G, and the B strings, and you're just going to slide up to the 4th fret doing the same thing. You're going to come up here to the 7th fret on the D string. We're going to be on the 6th fret on the G string. We're going to be on the 5th fret with the B string. See that right there? Just those 3 strings right there. We're coming down to a crash chord. It's this. He uses this in Crash right here. This right here, and so we're coming from this chord to that, and where we are is on the A string on the 2nd fret, and then we're on the G string 4th fret, we're on the B string on the 5th fret. Then from there, I'll explain the strumming on this here in just a second. I want to go through the chords right now though. So then we're coming back here, we're going to switch these 2 fingers, keep this one still up on that A string 2nd fret. We're going to switch these 2 over. We're going to have our ring finger on the D string 4th fret, and then our pinky is going to be right down here on the B string 4th. That's the sound you should get out of that, okay? And then from there, we're just going to hit the E, that same E chord from the beginning very quickly, and then we go back and start over. And that's going to be the first verse of this song. Since this song's it's all kind of written, there are basically, instead of having a chorus, I guess as you would call it, the way that he does it is it's kind of 2 different verses for this song, which I'll explain in a minute. So anyways, the strumming on that, we're going to go like this. So the switch right there is pretty weird, a little bit off, especially from the way the rest of this is. These first ones, you're just strumming at once. You're just going. It's just kind of a 4/4 timing there. So that's where it gets really weird, where you're jumping down right there at the end of that 4 count, or that 8 count right there, or that 4 count right there. So it's on the and. So you're switching from and, 8, 1. So and, 8, 1. And then you're ending on what that intro was right there. So that's the first verse that we're going to talk about here. And then when he says cry freedom, we're going to come up here to this these chords sound really cool, especially with just kind of the tone of the song and everything. So we're going to have our ring finger up here. It's a little bit of a stretch, I know. We're going to start on the E string 7th fret. We're going to come down here to the G string on the 6th fret, and then we'll be over here, stretch all the way over to the D string, we're on the G string, 6th fret, D string, 4th fret. Sorry, it took a little while to get that. So this is cry freedom. And so your forefinger is staying on that D string on the 4th fret, okay? So we start here. You're gonna move these 2 fingers right here up to the 5th fret E string, and this pinky is gonna go right down here to the 7th fret on the G string. Okay, and then from this chord right here, you're gonna switch back to the same shape you had here. We're just moving down to the 5th fret, the 4th fret, and the 2nd fret here. And then finally, a simple chord for this part right here. We're going to be just right here on the 4th fret A string, and then we're going to be on the D and the G strings right there on the 6th fret. Okay, so that, those 2 chords right there. This is the nature intro for Trippin' Billies. So it's the same shape. Your pinky's not there. You're just right here on those 3 strings, and then up here, and then just up on those 3 strings right there. I know it's kind of a pointless little addition there, but it gives you an idea. If you've played Trippin' Billies, you kind of know that stretch and that kind of odd chord shape. One side note, when he says, there's that part where it says, into a cold, dark space where she might never trace away across this crooked mile. When he says cold, dark space, all he's doing is keeping this here, strumming that 3 times. Cold, dark space. And when he says where she might never trace away, he's going to this. She might never trace away across this crooked mile, across this crooked page. So that just know that when he says cold, dark space, he's not starting back there again. He's just going cold, dark space, where she might, and then goes there when he says where she might never trace away. That's just really the only kind of strange part in there. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful for you, and any questions or comments, let me know. Thanks for watching.